So today I will present first Eurovent Certita Certification, some facts and figures, and then I will present what is third-party certification and why it is important. I will give some examples of certification programs that we are running and which are dedicated to this region, and then give some insights about how to use these certification schemes. So first, Eurovent Certita Certification. So we are a third-party certification body. A few words have been said about that earlier. We are accredited according to the ISO 17065, Scheme 5 accredited, meaning that we are running a very strong process with annual audits and tests. We run about 50 certification schemes, all in the HVAC sector and refrigeration. We have a team of 60 people dedicated to certification, and we speak up to 10 languages. So this is basically where our participants are coming from. So of course, mainly Europe. We are coming from Europe. We are a European company. But of course, we are getting more and more traction in Middle East and in Asia. For example, we are running more than 1,600 tests per year for all our certification programs. We are performing more than 400 audits in factories every year. We have thousands of products which are certified and which are available on our website. So, as said, we are covering all types of HVAC products in ventilation and air quality, indoor climate, process cooling, and food cold chain. We are covering both B2C and B2B products. We are covering all these types of units, and you can get all the detail in our website. I will be quick on that point. So, how does it work? We are doing certification focusing on different aspects. First, we compare the performances that are declared by the participant to what are the performances that are measured in independent laboratories. We do also production site audits. It's covering almost all our certification program right now. We do corrective actions when it is needed. So when we find problems, non-compliances during audits or after a test, we make sure that some corrective actions are performed. We do performance testing in independent laboratories. We do rely mainly, almost only on independent laboratories. We believe in the value of testing laboratories that are independent and doing this job, not as being a manufacturer at the same time. We do also have a specific Eurovent rules, like certifiable principle is a very important rule for some of our programs. And also in some programs, we do perform selection software checking. What is important is to notice that we do that on an annual basis. So here you have basically the three pillars of our activity: test in the independent labs, factory audits, and selection software checking. So now, third-party certification. Why it is important to have this kind of independent assessment? Third-party certification is about verification, trust, and comparability. You may have certificate made by people, you don't know where it comes from, you don't know how it has been built. Our certificates are here to provide integrity, independency, impartiality, and competence. We try to assess the different options that you have on the market when you want to rely on performances that are provided. we could consider that the first level is self-declaration by the manufacturers. It's the worst confidence level because there is minimum projection. Only market surveillance authorities can check on that, and we know that it's not done on a systematic way. So we have to be careful with that one. You can go to a next level where you ask for factory acceptance tests. So it means that there is some test has been done, but it's done in the manufacturer's facility. Sometimes it's possible to have it backed up by third-party protocol, but there is still a lack of independence from manufacturers' facilities and limited trust for mass productions. Then you have tests performed by independent laboratories, and especially ISO 17025 accredited laboratories. So this has a value. However, it's not the optimal solution because there's always the risk to have a kind of sampling manipulation or what we call the golden product syndrome. Then if you really want to have some trust and confidence, as said before, you have to rely on certification by an independent body accredited according to 17065. This is the way to provide competence, robustness, independence by an accredited body linked to IAF, the International Accreditation Forum. And then I must confess that I'm from Eurovent Certita Certification, and I believe that we are a little bit above this level because we are a certification body which is dedicated to HVAC, working in this area for more than 25 years. We have unique protocols, including audits and selection tools checking, and often we rely on protocols which are well in advance compared to international standards. Often Eurovent, as an association and the certification body, we are in advance. We are before the standard because we provide new methods to the market. So, in few words, the benefits of third-party certification is trust, accuracy, comparability, and savings at the end of the day. What we can say is that third-party certification brings trust for all stakeholders, including specifiers, end users, engineers, architects, building owners, but also authorities, and they can use this tool for market surveillance. This is a key message that we would like to provide today. So we are in Dubai today, and we could ask ourselves, okay, how a European company could help countries in GCC to do some market surveillance. So we can provide a few examples of programs that have been provided, which are specifically dedicated to climates with quite strict conditions as we experience here. So the first example is our AHU certification program, and especially our energy label for hot and humid climates. This is quite recent, actually. It has been introduced 2 years ago, and it's, let's say, an addendum to the system that we had in the past, which was more focused on European climates and, of course, more focused on winter applications. So this new energy label covers what we could call summer applications, including heat recovery efficiency for dry efficiency, but also wet efficiency, so covering both dry and humid energy recovery. We do take into account the heat recovery pressure drops, the fan efficiency grade, and of course the air velocity in the unit. So it's a quite holistic approach which takes into account all aspects of an air unit in order to provide, with a single letter, the efficiency of the unit. So you have in the table the different criteria that are used for the different parameters. So you can see here the labels that are used by the manufacturers to display the energy class for both winter and summer applications. And what is interesting to say is that we have imposed to manufacturers providing data in some countries that they use this summer label. And you see that in the countries marked in red in the map, all locations have to provide this energy label for summer applications. And of course, this is the case in this region. Then two other examples. We have different options for VRF and chillers for high ambient. So for example, for VRF program, we have introduced the certification of T1, T3, and T4, corresponding to the outdoor temperature that are of interest for this region. We also have an operator test at 52 degrees, and we covers both 50 and 60 hertz. Same for chillers. We have introduced options for high ambient at T1 and T3, also an operability test at 52, and the availability to introduce both 50 and 60 hertz units. There's also a specific option for India, because India introduced a very specific criteria for the efficiency of chillers. So this is covered also. Now, how can we use all this work? So certification is not only having to have tests and audits and so on. It is, the matter is to publish data that are used by the different stakeholders, the specifiers, the architects, and so on. So today, anybody, like ESCOs, authorities, engineers, developers, can use our certified data by going in our website and looking at our product directory. And there is a search engine. You can search by brand, by range, by model name, by certificate number, but also you can search by specific performances. If you don't want to look at a specific brand, you just have design performances. You provide your request, and then you will have a list of products corresponding to your needs. Also, we have developed some kind of configurators that are available for end users that are not sure about which product family would fit their needs. So we have three configurators for air quality and ventilation, thermal comfort, and heat pumps. And these configurators will help the users by asking to some simple question to find the product family that will really fit its needs. Also, we have some problems in the market sometimes. Sometimes communications from manufacturers are a little bit misleading. We have complaints from time to time, and we were obliged to, in some cases, clarify very clearly if a manufacturer is certified or not for such and such products. So we have made this, what we call the trademark incident list, which clarifies the status of some manufacturers which were providing some misleading communication on the market. And this is also available on the website. So this is another way also to have more insight about the status on certification. And finally, we have recently provided another tool which we call the certificate checker. It's a form available on our website that anybody can fill in and ask a question about the specific status of a product. If they don't find a product on our website, if they have some doubt about some communication from a manufacturer, they just have to send us a request, and we will reply and confirm if what they have in their hand, if the report they have in their hand, the certificate, is true or not, or if a product is certified or not. So this is very simple, and it clarifies everything, and this is also can be used by different stakeholders, including authorities. Thank you very much. That was all for me. Thank you.